We're live.
Supposed to have it for the last 30 days.
Yep. Time? Jerry? We're good. Okay, well, we're live, so.
It's okay.
Grand Junction City Council call to order. Approve the agenda.
I move that we approve the agenda.
Second.
Aye.
Motion approved. Approve consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Aye.
Passed. Old business. Voting on a beer permit for the Grand Junction Fun Days, Renslow.
You got everything today? You got everything today.
Everything's approved, it's just pending on local authority, which is you guys.
Do you have copies for us of whatever it is that
I can,
we needed?
all they show is an email that says like the status of it.
Okay.
Cause now it's on the town end now.
And then do we get papers that go into a file that we have?
On that end, I don't know.
So is there something we have to do other
We
than
just
just
have
vote?
Yeah, and then normally the city clerk would go in and on the back side of it and approve it. I don't know though. Do you know?
Yeah, they would, once it's approved, and it was approved through the ICAP. So there will be an endorsement that's on the policy that will show that there's a liquor liability added to that policy. So then once the endorsement is actually processed, there will be an endorsement form that will come to the city.
So we just vote for it, then
You either approve it or decline it. I mean, if you're.
I need a motion to approve it.
We aren't there yet, we're still talking about it.
You aren't gonna give them one?
I want to talk about it first. I didn't say I wasn't gonna do that. I just want to make sure we have our ducks in a row, that we're gonna vote on it, and then somebody has to go in and put something in there. We'll get a form, and that'll be our proof that it's all golden.
Exactly.
So then down the road, we have it if we
It's on
need it,
file.
is the only reason I'm asking.
Absolutely.
Not being difficult, I just want to make sure.
I make a motion, we approve the beer permit for the Grand Junction Fun Days.
I'll second.
Aye.
Motion passed. New business. Voting to appoint new council member lines.
All right, I guess what we need to know is the names that, Mark, did anybody come to you and say, hey, anybody come to you?
Did anybody come? Spencer Kurt, paid me a visit.
Jerry, did anybody come to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Dennis Murphy for council, and the clerk deal we don't know about yet, right? Anybody, what do they do when they read an ad in the paper? They come and fill out an app or what?
There's a app you can get online. I think that's what the ad says.
But let's.
But we're not worried about the city clerk. We're just
I
doing,
just want
just
to
the
make
council.
sure that, I
Yeah.
just want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's okay. We can talk about it, but right now we're just doing the council member. Paula, did anybody come to you?
Kenny Madison.
Jerry, how about you? Did anybody come to you? I mean,
He already
you
said
said Dennis
Dennis
Murphy.
Murphy.
Dennis Murphy.
Okay,
Was that it?
so that's the,
That's all that came to me.
You have anywhere, Laura?
nobody came to me specifically.
Is there anybody else here that would be interested in serving?
Did you get Sherry Kersey?
No.
Oh.
You asked her.
Nice try.
And I know two others that can tell you.
Nobody else, so we have, how many, who do we have?
We have Spencer Kirk, Dennis Murphy, and Ken Madison. So to go about do this officially,
Just,
Mark,
I've never done it.
it's all right, you just say who you would vote for.
I'll go Dennis.
Kenny Madison.
You don't have to go there.
I'll go with Kenny Madison.
And I'm going Kenny.
Does he need to be up here tonight?
Right there.
Kenny Madison.
Oh,
Kenny Madison. No, Kenny
will just need to be
Madison
notified, and then he'll get sworn in at next month's
at the next meeting. Okay.
And if he should take it, then you go to the second one or what?
Still no.
Your deal all over.
We have
I guess
60
we have to-
days to get this position filled. We'll have to have a revote.
Okay.
So,
So that's 3-1.
Yeah, yep.
Vote to only pay reoccurring city bills. Hospital.
Yeah, there's, just to make it easier, especially right now with the transition of trying to get a new city clerk and everything that goes with that, I would like to suggest that we have a lot of these recurring city bills just taken out of our account. It'll be that many less that we have to worry about, and then we're not being charged late fees on some of these. I did talk to the League of Cities on this, and it's absolutely legal. So I would-
It's a great idea.
I would like to make a motion that and I can't tell you what, yeah, did you have something?
Like the recurring bills, now, we do a lot of things at Ace Hardware. You're not gonna include people.
No,
You're
it would,
talking light plant, gas company.
yeah. And then,
and that's-
the League of Cities is going to send me a form or a sheet on how it needs to be written, so that then every month when we look at our bills, it says these were paid as reoccurring bills, and it has it on there. So we still get to see it. We're not missing out on anything. But yeah, they wouldn't be ones like that because we just don't know.
Because
But
once you get them, then it's hard to get them back.
yeah, we don't want them to
In case
do
there's a
that.
mistake or something.
Right. And I figured that we would talk to like Mary, who's doing city clerk stuff, and find out. I understand that Rippy does some of these that way, and so she would have more of a handle on it. So I would like to make a motion to,
Like how many bills do you think it's gonna be?
Maybe 10.
Huh?
Maybe 10.
I don't know how many bills we pay every month, but I mean, without looking at a sheet, I'm drawing a blank here. But yeah.
this is gonna prevent late fees
Mhm.
or crossing,
Right.
things crossing in the mail.
Right.
And it's not like it's gonna come out of the account. You usually get an email that it's come out, so you've got notification that it's happened.
Yeah, I know, I just wanna be sure.
Right. So
I think it would make somebody's
I
life.
made a
Because to
motion.
Take them off, it costs $25.
I know. I made a motion.
I'll second.
Aye.
Vote to pay to remove concrete from the city dump. We used to do pretty good keeping them out of there, and I used to catch them once in a while, make them go back and get it, but I don't even know who's hauling it out there anymore. I was approached by the DNR a couple years ago that they can't be out there.
Well, here's my question. I thought we had cameras out there to catch the people that were illegally dumping. So what's going on with the cameras out there?
I just figured out how to rewind it.
So,
We can go back 30 days and look it up.
okay, so from now on, we'll be able to,
We can go back 30 days.
is the image gonna be good enough for you to see who it is?
It probably would be, on my cell phone, probably not, but on a computer, probably.
I just
There's
wanna
a
make,
way, you can, Bob told me there's a way you can zoom in, and you're supposed to be able to read a license plate.
okay.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, okay. Well, I just wanna make it easy for you.
Don't hold me to that, but.
Okay. Well, if you've got problems, please bring it to the council so that we can get it resolved.
There was a sign out there, I don't know if it's still there or not, but
No, it got tore down after that tile got put in. I don't know where it went.
And it specifies brush only, or you'll be fine.
And I guess I've got another
Maybe I'll put
question.
that back up.
I guess I got another question. Where does he take this concrete?
Where's Nice gonna take it?
Yeah,
He's gonna take it,
For fill along,
rivers and stuff?
yeah.
Okay,
Right.
It's not like it's going from one place in town to another place. in the
well,
world or anything.
it keeps it from washing,
Right.
it curves out on the
But
creek.
it's not like taking from the dump and taking it to.
No.
No,
Sewer
no,
plant.
it's gonna be leaving town.
It's leaving.
okay, okay.
We have this one bid. Did we happen to get any other information, another bid or anything like that?
Like an official bid, no, but everybody else I talked to, with fuel prices, it was gonna be not even close to what Nice is offering.
Whoever,
Andy Murphy, you know, is in that business too, you know.
I did call him, I never got a call back.
You give a call.
Well, I tried. But never heard anything.
how soon could they start on that?
Like tomorrow.
Were they starting today?
Honestly, I don't think so. I know they were pushing the dump up for me. Cause I can't move it.
We need to see about getting some kind of a sign. Joan Dearborn paid that last one.
Well, we're not gonna ask her to do it now, but also, before I even wanna approve this, we definitely need to get the concrete out of there.
Mhm.
But how about a fence, a gate, a padlock?
So we
So,
did that before.
well, obviously somebody went through the padlock or the gate. I mean, what's the problem with that?
It's actually Main Street and it leads right to Reader's Field and that's what they use. In
Can't they
fact,
have a key to this padlock and they can go unlock it when they need to get in that field? It'd be easier-
Concrete's getting so bad they can't even get through there hardly.
Wouldn't it be easier than running the risk of having more concrete put out there and,
We want to stop this.
yeah, I mean, I want to stop it because if it's a reoccurring problem, let's not just put a Band-Aid on it. I mean, Joe Blow's been taking concrete out there, so they're gonna keep doing it
Yeah.
until they have trouble doing it.
The only problem you have is on weekends, it's usually locked and that's when most people clean up their brush.
And they're just gonna back up to the gate.
And they
dump
just,
it right on top of
they
the gate.
can't get in, they dump it right outside the gate.
And it'll get to the point where you're not gonna be able to open the gate unless it opens from the outside. And they'll
So,
dump it right in front of the gate too.
I've seen that.
See that?
And that's where we have a camera.
so could we hire somebody
You can't.
to work a few hours on Saturday and let everybody know this is the time that you can bring your brush out?
You can incorporate it into that sign that you put on there, put a time.
I mean,
Who's the somebody
But if you
you're gonna
don't,
hire?
what
And how
happens?
much? I mean,
They call you, me, anybody that's got a key for the people that's doing their work in town. You spend half your time out there gardening.
Well, I'm finding I'm spending half of my time doing stuff for citizens, which is part of my job, but some of it, I think they could do themselves. But it seems to be easier to call Mickey and have Mickey bring me a form, or have Mickey do something else, and
Yeah, I know about it.
I'm just trying to utilize my time a little bit better.
Know all
Okay. Well,
and are we using our time wisely to have Brett?
But anyway, let's
30
get
days
this.
worth of stuff. I mean, who's gonna go back 30 days and watch, and then someone's gonna have to watch that camera every day, so it's not like a huge process.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean,
Yeah.
the cameras are great, I get it, but
Yeah.
there's gonna be no need to even spend this money to clean it if people are still gonna be allowed to
Yeah.
dump, and we don't have any issues.
If you knew how to run that thing, you just plug it in and just leave tap right onto that camera. Cause it don't come on screens up here, it comes on that.
Did I indicate that I was any kind of a guru with electrical anything? Because if I indicated that, I'm sorry I was wrong.
You can get it on yours, can't you, Brett?
Pardon?
You can get that camera on your phone, can't you?
Yeah, I was just looking at it, playing with it before the meeting started.
Do we have any estimate of how much this cleanup job's gonna cost?
Right in front of you.
Yeah, but
The
upon,
whole amount though, I mean?
Well,
I mean,
not until we know how many.
Right now, he just put it as up to 3,000. Which he thinks will do it, but just,
Which says that right, that one line right here.
Do we need to wait for another bid?
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna find anybody. I know Murphy.
He always treats us pretty good, but
who does?
legally, you're dealing with taxpayer money, you're supposed to get.
You,
Well-
somebody wants to bid on it.
Can we call Murphy and have, and I know Brett's tried, we tried to call him one more time and have him say, I'm too busy, I'm not interested. Then I guess I'm okay with the one bid. You know anybody else that does this work?
Andy's always done my work, you know. I don't know anybody else except me.
Do you have a cell phone number for any
I
of
don't
the Murphys?
know.
Is that what we want to do, is wait and get a second bid?
Probably should legally. But I'm like Mark, I know.
Well, but at least then we could, we could say, look, we talked to so-and-so on this date at this time, and he said, we're not gonna do it, so.
Oh, Amy, somebody wants Andy, here's Andy's number, write it down.
Maybe
Or
give
who's
me,
gonna call?
go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll try it.
Okay, so we're,
If you want to bid, make a bid on
so are we tabling that then for now, or?
Right. Pardon? Want me to go outside and try him right now?
Yeah.
Do we need to wait for you for the code enforcer updates, or do you want us
it.
to?
Yeah, let's go to,
You don't?
No, I'm waiting on Jonathan.
Okay.
You still have not heard back from John Law about your whole list.
I called him too, he's like, I'm too busy.
What are we paying him an hour?
And he's got, tell us what he's working on for you. Just if you can off the top of your head, not to put pressure on you, but,
The grocery store,
okay?
the property out west, Grundon.
Okay,
He
Uh-huh.
said we got a week left on that.
Oh, okay,
And it's gotta go in front of the judge again, he's got okay.
okay,
And then I got a bunch of toes, and grass and stuff like that.
okay. Okay. Good. Did you get that dog running at large?
Take care of that.
good.
He's going to take care of that too, so.
Thank you. That would be great.
are you done?
Yeah.
Voicemail box is full.
Okay.
Well, we can vote to remove the concrete. We don't have to say it, depending on who's
And-
the lowest bid.
And how do we work it then?
I don't know, but if the DNR gets hold of us, at least we are addressing the situation, see, and they'll work with you.
So can we do that to say,
I would say you can vote to remove the concrete.
vote to remove
Up
it?
to, you want to accept the bids?
I was gonna make a motion, we hired Alan no matter what, but I guess
Well, I would too, but you know,
we keep it local, and if the mailbox full, I mean, I ain't gonna hold the guy.
okay. Okay.
Do we have to worry about it being legal?
We have
Is the only
one-
thing. I mean,
One bid, we have one bid. Let's vote on it.
Just a second.
Oh,
Just a second.
question.
Brett, you tried calling Murphy and you didn't get an answer.
And I just did.
No, I know, I'm just saying, but Brett, you never did call
What?
You never did try and call Murphy to get,
Yeah, I got the same thing, Mark.
Yeah,
okay,
you got
I just didn't catch that part of it. So I mean, we tried twice and not getting anywhere. And if
Unless
we don't know
now,
anybody else to call, I mean.
unless of being on live stream, if somebody that works for him or something hears it and says, oh my goodness, they're trying to find out, maybe somebody would call. I saw you roll your eyes at me, Mark. I saw those eye roll.
I just don't want DNR coming in here and finding.
Exactly.
Well, if they ever get out there, they won't find me. They'll give us.
Well,
But
I'm sure
yeah,
there'll be somebody
yeah,
that's gonna be calling them and
if
saying,
you got
hey, we got
this in there.
concrete now at the dump, you better get up there.
we got this in here, they know we're working at it.
Mhm.
So,
But I'm like you, Alan's right down, ready to go.
Any trees.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
so
I gotta look at both sides.
well, somebody make a motion to do something here.
I thought, like,
Did
make
you?
a motion, we hire Alan Lease Incorporated, whatever you wanna say, to haul off the concrete. That's a
I'll second.
quote here in front of us.
Aye.
Motion passed. Financial officer position discussion. Hillman.
No.
And she's gonna talk to us.
We already did his. He didn't have anything. You missed it. Sorry.
Oh,
Angie gave us this, and she just wants some clarification.
Yeah, it just needs to be a clarification because people don't really know what goes on behind those doors. Back on June 13th, it was social media. Barb and I were not needed as trainers, but nobody understood that I was a trainer plus still working as a finance officer. So the nature was you got fired. And then while all of a sudden are you up there where I'm not needed for training. But, so it is, there's misconsumption. And then when we hired Mary for temporary, she's gonna be doing all the financial stuff. So do you need a financial officer? Can I just turn on my keys, be done?
Well,
Because I was told I wasn't fired, I was needed. But then now everybody's hearing, we got a temporary person that can do all this stuff. And we were here the other night till 11:30.
yeah, and thank you for staying.
You're welcome.
She wanted to go home, and I was afraid to let her go home with this being so new for Mary. And I didn't think Mary,
Because she's not familiar with our system.
yeah, and, Angie kept telling her, I'm not gonna hang over you to watch you, but I'll be here if you have questions. And she did have a couple questions. She didn't have a whole lot, but she had a couple questions. And I appreciated Angie being here that she could answer them. I thought at a meeting that we voted that we were gonna put the financial position as,
PRN,
Yes.
PRN.
Mhm.
which means that whenever we need it, we got you.
And see, and that was the other discussion, because on that June 13th, letter H stated, it was basically the training position, update on financial officer. Financial officer's deal was not even brought up. So everybody just heard, well, you're not needed, I was working nights, we need somebody here during the day, I have a full-time job, is what I was asked. So we need somebody here during the day, but no financial officer stuff was brought up. So the public sees it as I was hired.
Well, I apologize on behalf of the council because that was not the intention at all.
Correct.
And I
I
believe
told you that too.
the mayor had said something at the time about keeping you,
As a backup.
PRN.
yeah. And that's kind of why we voted. And I mean, it wasn't a month before we needed you to come in and you very graciously came back. And whoever told you that you got fired,
Well, it was just social media and nobody understands. That's gotta be like a clear assumption of
Well,
nobody knows.
it
And what
was-
they've heard.
Because we didn't have the OWL back when you were put on as trainer. If they didn't read the minutes that were posted in the paper, they would not have known that you were put on as trainer at that point. So yes, then when we took you off as trainer, that was what they saw
The
and didn't
assumption is-
connect the two. We knew, it tells that in the minutes, that it was the trainer position and everything with that. It had nothing to do with the financial position. It was the trainer position, and it does say that. And that's strictly the difference between having the owl and not having the owl.
Right, right.
So the PRN thing was in June then, right?
The PRN,
It wasn't discussed though in June. It wasn't brought up, it was letter H on the agenda.
we had went into a closed session
Oh,
and discussed some issues that we had. And then
I remember.
Jerry called you on that to discuss it.
And then that's when I was told,
And actually, I think we're supposed to run the owl during the closed session
we
too,
weren't.
legally.
We didn't run it at all that night, and we don't have to have it. This is a,
That's closed session has to be recorded.
Yes, but we don't have to
We
run
don't
the
have-
owl.
Oh,
yeah, we don't have to
it
run
at
the
all. It's just a kind of a
Right.
courtesy we're doing for
yeah.
our people.
So at this point, what do you want us to do for you?
I just want clarification. If I just need to be as a backup, like before, like I was told to be, I'm more than happy to do so. I just don't want this misconception to the public that I got fired now, all of a sudden you need me as a trainer to train somebody that's just in clerk.
I guess I didn't think that you were a trainer. I thought that when you had come in the other night, am I wrong? I thought you were a financial, yeah, doing the PRN financial stuff. You weren't a trainer. You were there as a financial person, helping the clerk in a financial capacity, not as a trainer at all. And when I asked for your keys the other day, I explained in the text that it's not because we're getting rid of you, it's because Mary needs keys to be able to get in. Mickey has got keys ordered, but they won't be in till Friday, Saturday, something like that. And then you can have your keys back, but we don't have enough keys. And because she comes in when it works for her to come in, she needs to be able to come in. And I've got the other keys. I'm picking up the mail. I'm making copies. I'm setting up the owl. I'm doing that kind of stuff to do all this other stuff to help keep it going. And that's why we need your keys. We're not getting rid of you. We just need your keys.
We're borrowing.
We're borrowing your keys.
So extra ones get.
There you go.
Well, they probably have she'd probably have my key, or you have my key.
Then how are you going to get in when you need to get in, Jerry?
Well, I won't come in until there's somebody here I can write checks, or of course, maybe I just left here. You know.
Jerry, you're the mayor. You need to be able to get in when you need to be able to get in. Sorry. Nice try.
Can't get out of it that way.
Can't get out of it. Sorry.
How's he gonna get
No
it?
deal. No deal.
Do his stuff.
Yeah, he did. But he needs to get in.
He needs to get in when he needs to get
He
in.
might.
But just a minute, Angie, does that clarify anything what you're, or not? Are you more confused?
No.
I don't really, I mean,
just-
I don't really care about the rest. I care about the rest, but I really am concerned about you.
I'm unclear on it.
I want you to know that whatever everybody else was thinking was not, and whoever was, I'm not sure. But it was not our intent to get rid of you. It was not or anything.
Sure.
The position is turned PRN, just as needed. And the key thing is the key thing. We want Mary to be able to get in here and do her stuff, and then we'll get you that key right back as soon as we can.
And I've tried twice to go to Jefferson and get them done, and they can't make them. They've got to be ordered from who we ordered them from, and so that's the predicament that we're in.
I tried to tell you.
I know, but it was worth a shot. At least I tried. I get an E for effort. Okay. You're good then at this point? Okay.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Aye.
Meeting's adjourned.
Yeah.